The mop bucket squeaked against the marble tiles, its wheels crooked and stubborn from years of wear. The night shift was always the quietest to just him, the echo of his own footsteps, and the endless expanse of a skyscraper that smelled of glass polish and old dust. Amir bent down to wring out the mop, his sleeves rolled past his elbows, calloused hands moving with a rhythm he barely thought about anymore. Cleaning was his second language, born out of necessity. "Hey, Baba," came a small whisper from the corner. His daughter, Noor, curled on a folding chair he dragged into the janitor's closet, was drawing on a scrap of paper with a half-broken crayon. Her dark hair tumbled over her face, her eyes wide and tired yet full of life. She shouldn't have been here, Amir knew, but when you're a single father with no one to watch your child, you did what survival demanded. "Almost done," Amir said softly, dipping the mop back into the water. "Just one more floor tonight." Noor looked up, her lips curving into a tired smile. "It's okay, Baba. I like being here. It feels like a palace." Amir chuckled under his breath. Palace. The irony was sharp. They lived in a one-bedroom apartment above a laundromat with peeling wallpaper and a heater that worked only half the winter. But here was marble, chandeliers, and offices filled with leather chairs and desks that probably cost more than his entire year's salary. To her, maybe, it was a palace. It wasn't unusual for janitors to go unseen. That was the way of things. Invisible labor, invisible people. But that night would be different. As Amir pushed his mop into the golden-lit lobby of the top floor, he didn't notice the elevator ding until a voice sliced through the silence. "Who let a child into the building at this hour?" The words were sharp, accented with authority, and dripping with disdain. Noor stiffened, her small hand clutching the side of the chair. Amir turned slowly, shoulders tensing. From the elevator stepped Layla Al-Rashid, billionaire CEO of one of the world's largest investment firms. She was the kind of woman who made newspapers use words like untouchable and fierce. Draped in a tailored coat, her heels clicked like punctuation against the tile. Her gaze flicked to Noor, then to Amir, and she let out a sound that was almost a laugh, low and dismissive. Then, in perfect Arabic, she muttered something under her breath, something she didn't expect him to understand. "A father who drags his child into dirt. A man of rags, pretending to belong among kings." The words hit like a slap, though Amir's expression remained calm. He had been mocked before. For his accent, for his clothes, for being a man who scrubbed toilets instead of sitting at polished desks. But hearing it in Arabic or his own tongue made it sting deeper. Noor, oblivious to the meaning, tilted her head. "Baba, what did she say?" Amir looked at his daughter, then back at Layla. He placed the mop against the wall and stepped forward, and not with anger, but with something far steadier. His posture straightened. His voice carried the weight of deserts and centuries, and when he replied, it was also in Arabic. But not the kind of Arabic she expected. It was the cadence of old poets, the kind recited around fires long before skyscrapers were built. His words flowed like honey, yet carried steel within them. The one who mocks labor forgets that empires are built on the calloused hands of men unseen. And the one who laughs at the poor forgets that fortune is a guest, never a master. Respect is not given by money, it is earned by the soul. The lobby seemed to still. Even Noor, who didn't fully understand, blinked at the way her father's voice transformed the air. Layla froze. For a heartbeat, the mask cracked. Her eyes widened as if she had heard something she had not expected, something that reminded her of a father she had lost, or a grandfather whose voice echoed in her memory, reciting verses of dignity and honor she had long buried under boardrooms and contracts. She opened her mouth, but no sound came out. Instead, She adjusted her coat sharply, as if the gesture could cover her faltering pride. "Do your work," she said curtly, in English this time, before striding past. But her steps were less certain, her gaze unfocused, like a woman who had just been caught staring into a mirror she didn't like. Amir returned to his mop, or tilted her head again, whispering, "What did you say, Baba?" He smiled faintly. "Just words, little star. Just words to remind the world that we all matter." But deep down, he knew something had shifted. Not in him, but in her. And that shift would ripple further than either of them could imagine.